Welcome to the recording of the Pink Hibiscus Mealybug presentation. This presentation is designed to fit within a 30-minute class time frame, consisting of a 2-minute introduction and 20 minutes of content, and any leftover time for questions. The content has been specifically tailored to support UC Master Gardener volunteers in their educational outreach about the pink hibiscus mealybug and the importance of keeping this invasive pest from spreading further in California. This presentation and its instructions are designed to equip volunteers with the knowledge and tools needed to deliver this talk effectively to the public. Note, this presentation qualifies for UC Master Gardener's statewide program evaluation. The evaluation process plays a key role in telling our story and demonstrating the impacts we are making on both the county and statewide levels. Do not remove or omit slides from the slide deck related to program evaluation. Please review the linked program evaluation webpage and direct any questions to your program coordinator.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Hack, and today we will be talking about the pink hibiscus mealybug. The pink hibiscus mealybug is an invasive insect that is a serious agricultural and landscape pest, particularly in tropical and subtropical regions worldwide. It is present in Southern California, and more education is needed to enlist the help of the public in the fight against it. This talk was curated and adapted with the help of the University of California Master Gardener Program, whose mission statement is to extend research-based knowledge and information on home horticulture, pest management, and sustainable landscape practices to the residents of California and be guided by our core values and strategic initiatives. The goal of today's talk is to provide you with information to detect, identify, and report suspected infestations of the pink hibiscus mealybug. The topics we will cover today will be the identification of this pest, the damage it causes, its host range, and what to do if you find it. The pink hibiscus mealybug, abbreviated as PHM, is native to southern Asia and has been accidentally introduced to many tropical and subtropical regions worldwide. It was first detected in the United States in Hawaii in 1984 and first found in California in 1999. In California, it is known to be present in two counties, Imperial and Riverside. It is unknown how this pest was introduced into the US, but some evidence suggests it came in on imported cargo or passenger luggage. What is the big deal, and why should we care about the pink hibiscus mealybug? Like all mealybugs, pink hibiscus mealybugs can cause significant damage to plants. As it taps into the plant to feed on sap, plant tissue is damaged and distorted. Large infestations can even kill plants. This pest has over 200 known host plants, which means that it has many different plants to choose from and has the potential to spread widely in residential, agricultural, and environmental landscapes. Hibiscus, mulberry, carob, and silk oak are just a few of many common ornamental plants used in residential landscaping that PHM can infest. It can also feed on important agricultural crops grown in California like grape, citrus, and avocado. PHM is also a concern for the nursery industry, as mealybugs thrive in warm, humid greenhouses. They can also cause environmental problems because they can feed on some native and endangered plant species in California. How does this pest spread to new areas? Most new introductions of PHM are caused by human activity, particularly across long distances. PHM can be moved accidentally on infested plant material, on nursery stock, and on clothing. They can also move naturally by crawling or when infested plant material is blown around by the wind, but these ways don't move them very far. Check for pests when moving plant material, especially in areas with known PHM infestations, and follow all local quarantine restrictions. Your vigilance is crucial in preventing the spread of pink hibiscus mealybug throughout California. By identifying and reporting invasive species like PHM, you play a vital role in protecting our state's diverse landscapes. Together, we can safeguard California from the pink hibiscus mealybug. Now, we'll go over how you can identify the pink hibiscus mealybug. Before we get into identification, there are a few important things to keep in mind. Because they are very small, a hand lens or magnifying glass is needed to identify this insect. Be aware that other mealybug species can infest the host plants of pink hibiscus mealybug, including hibiscus. That is, just because you see mealybugs on a hibiscus plant does not necessarily mean they're pink hibiscus mealybugs. If you suspect you've found pink hibiscus mealybugs, do not kill them. It's important for state agencies to be aware of pink hibiscus mealybug infestations, so it is important that you do not try to manage them on your own. Pink hibiscus mealybugs are difficult to identify, and a trained expert will need to confirm your identification. Contact a professional from your local county agricultural commissioner's office or UC Cooperative Extension office. Because these insects are delicate, it is important to leave them on the plant undamaged so that they can be identified. This picture shows how pink hibiscus mealybugs appear at first glance. White, fluffy clusters like this, especially under leaves and in sheltered spots on plants, are characteristic of all mealybug species, including PHM. Now let's zoom in and get to know the life cycle of this insect, which can help us identify this tiny invasive pest. The pink hibiscus mealybug life cycle includes eggs, nymphs, which are the immature life stages, and adult males and females. Many of the life stages are small or difficult to spot. We will go over the entire life cycle and highlight the most important characteristics for identification. Let's start with the eggs. PHM eggs are orange, football-shaped, and tiny. Each egg is smaller than the point of a pencil, roughly 1/3 of a millimeter long. Females lay eggs in white, waxy structures called ovisacs, or egg masses, that contain 150 to 600 eggs each. In warmer regions, pink hibiscus mealybugs can lay eggs year-round. In colder climates, eggs can survive through the winter months in bark crevices, soil, fruit clusters, and other protected areas. This photo shows egg masses sheltering in the trunk of a mulberry tree. These adaptations allow PHM to spread rapidly in a wide range of environments. PHM eggs and ovisacs can be confused with those of other mealybug species. Because it is hard to tell them apart, look for other life stages in addition to eggs to identify PHM. Here are two photos of egg masses belonging to Madeira mealybug and citrus mealybug. Next, let's talk about nymphs. Nymphs are the immature life stages of insects. PHM has multiple nymph stages, which are referred to as instars. Females go through 3 instars before maturing into an adult, while males go through 4. First instar nymphs are known as crawlers. This is the most mobile nymph stage. They are tiny, about 1/3 of a millimeter in length. Male and female crawlers are identical in appearance. Second and third instar nymphs are bigger than crawlers, less mobile, and have more wax on their bodies. As with the eggs, nymphs are similar in appearance to those of other mealybug species. The main difference is that PHM nymphs do not have lateral waxy spines, as seen in these photos. When crushed, the fluid inside PHM will be a pink or reddish hue, unlike many other mealybugs that have an orange or yellow color. Males undergo a fourth instar stage, where they develop the characteristics that differentiate them from females. Fourth instar males grow a white, waxy covering that protects them and shields them from view. Under the fluffy wax, males in this stage begin to elongate and develop waxy, two-pronged tails. This life stage is hard to spot due to the waxy covering. Let's move on to the adult life stages, starting with adult males. Adult males look very different from the other life stages. They have wings and a long two-pronged tail. Because adult males are tiny and spend most of their time flying around looking for females to mate with, you're not likely to see them. Even if you do see something that looks like a PHM male, they are nearly indistinguishable from males of other mealybug species. They also resemble other insect species like scale parasitoids and silverleaf whitefly, as seen in these photos. PHM can't be identified easily by their adult males, so look for other life stages to determine what insect you might be dealing with. Adult females are the largest life stage, around 3 millimeters long. They are dark pink or gray in color and coated in a whitish, mealy wax. They can move, but are mostly stationary. Adult females can be mistaken for other mealybug species and cottony cushion scale insects, as seen in these photos. Like nymphs, adult female pink hibiscus mealybugs don't have waxy lateral spines or tails. Also, like nymphs, the fluid inside adult females is bright pink or red compared to other common mealybug species that are more yellow or orange in color. Adult females are the best life stage to use for identification because they are relatively large and immobile, so they will be the easiest to spot. Let's recap with the most important things to remember about identifying pink hibiscus mealybugs. Look for white, fluffy masses on plants, especially under leaves and in sheltered areas. Use a magnifying glass or hand lens to look for identification characteristics. Out of all the life stages, adult females are the largest and easiest to observe. When crushed, pink hibiscus mealybugs will emit a bright pink or red fluid. Adult females and nymphs do not have lateral spines or tails. And finally, remember to contact an expert from your local county agricultural commissioner's office or UC Cooperative Extension to confirm your identification. Now, let's answer a few quick questions about identifying the pink hibiscus mealybug. I'm going to read the question, and I want you to think about your answer. Then, I will reveal the correct answer. First question: is this a pink hibiscus mealybug? The answer is no. This is not a pink hibiscus mealybug. This is a long-tailed mealybug. You can tell because of the waxy tail and spines along the sides of the insect, which pink hibiscus mealybugs do not have. Next question: true or false? A hand lens or magnifying glass must be used to identify PHM. The answer is true. It's important to use a hand lens or magnifying glass to observe PHM, because they cannot be accurately identified with the naked eye. Last question: true or false? If you suspect you have found a pink hibiscus mealybug, collect it in a container to bring to a professional. The answer is false. Do not collect PHM. Leave the insect on the plant and contact your local county agricultural commissioner or UC Cooperative Extension office. Now, we'll shift focus to the damage this pest causes to plants. Pink hibiscus mealybugs, like all mealybugs, are sap-sucking insects that feed through piercing, sucking mouthparts. Because they feed on sugar-rich plant sap, the excess is excreted by the insect as a sugary liquid called honeydew. PHM also injects toxic saliva into plants as it feeds, which causes leaves and shoots to twist and distort as they grow. The most common damage from this pest is wrinkling or curling leaves, especially on new growth. Other symptoms include stunted growth and small, deformed fruit and flowers. PHM is also associated with the growth of sooty mold, a fungus that further weakens the plant. In large numbers, pink hibiscus mealybugs can kill plants. Be aware that many other sap-sucking insects can cause similar kinds of damage to plants, including other mealybug species. Just because you see these symptoms does not mean they were caused by PHM. Symptoms like these can help you narrow down the problem, but can't be used alone to identify PHM. Here is a close-up of damage caused by PHM's feeding and toxic saliva. Leaves and shoots curl and twist as they grow, as shown in this photo. Honeydew, the sugary excrement of PHM, can drip onto leaves, sidewalks, and other surfaces. Honeydew is associated with the growth of sooty mold, a black fungus that can appear either wet or crusty. Sooty mold damages plants by blocking air and sunlight, preventing photosynthesis. Honeydew and sooty mold can make the ground and other surfaces sticky, slippery, and aesthetically unappealing. Moving on to the host range of the pink hibiscus mealybug. What is a host range? A host range refers to the variety of plants an insect can infest. The pink hibiscus mealybug has a broad host range, meaning it can infest many different kinds of plants. This adaptability means that it can spread and reproduce more easily than other insects. Here's a list of just a few plants that PHM can feed on. One of their favorites is hibiscus, so it is helpful to know how to identify hibiscus plants when keeping an eye out for this pest. Hibiscus plants are evergreen shrubs or small trees with large, showy flowers. They are commonly planted in gardens and landscapes as ornamentals. Hibiscus are typically woody plants with light brown or grayish brown bark that grow up to 3 meters tall and 2 meters wide, but there are smaller varieties as well. They are known for their large, trumpet-shaped, brightly colored flowers. The flowers have prominent pistils and stamens, which are the reproductive parts emerging from the flower's center. The leaves are dark green and glossy with serrated edges. Now, I'd like to talk about what regulatory agencies are doing in California to manage pink hibiscus mealybug infestations. The California Department of Food and Agriculture and other agencies have taken action to control the pink hibiscus mealybug, including monitoring for it using traps and surveys, eradication efforts, biological control, and public outreach and education, just like this. Biological control is the management of pests by their natural enemies, which are predators, parasites, or pathogens. Invasive species like PHM often lack natural enemies in California. Natural enemies found in an invasive pest's native range are sometimes brought to California for use in biological control. One species that was imported for biological control of PHM in California, Anagyrus kamali, has been particularly effective. Anagyrus kamali is a species of parasitoid wasp. Parasitoid wasps do not sting humans. They parasitize other insects by laying their eggs on or inside their host insect's body, eventually killing it. Parasitoid wasps generally attack one species of insect and are harmless to other organisms. Anagyrus kamali primarily attacks PHM, but occasionally uses other mealybug species as hosts. It was released in infested areas of Southern California in the 1990s and became well established in those areas, effectively suppressing PHM. Finally, let's go over how to report PHM if you spot it. Before we talk about reporting, it is important to remember that if you find a suspected infestation of pink hibiscus mealybug, you should not try to control it yourself. It is best to leave them on the plant until your reported observation can be confirmed. It is important for state officials to be aware of pink hibiscus mealybug infestations in California so that actions can be taken to manage it and monitor its spread. If you suspect you have found an infestation of PHM, please report it. To report an infestation, contact your local UC Cooperative Extension Office or your local county agricultural commissioner. You can also call the California Department of Food and Agriculture's pest hotline or use their online Report a Pest website. Today we covered how to identify the pink hibiscus mealybug, the damage it causes, its extensive host range, and how to report infestations of this pest. With this information, we hope you will be empowered to help prevent the spread of PHM. For more information about the pink hibiscus mealybug, these QR codes will take you to the respective institutions' websites about this invasive species. Here are some local resources specific to your county, including the county's local county agricultural commissioner and the closest UC cooperative extension offices. Thank you, and now we'll have time for questions.